I'm live! Alright, so this is totally not planned, and I just decided to. I did a live video of my Facebook group just a minute ago, and I decided to go live here, see if anybody's around. And I just want to test out the live uh, feature on the YouTube phone, or YouTube phone, the YouTube app on my iPhone. That's apparently a new feature, so I just want to see how it worked. I've never done a live video from my phone straight to YouTube, so I don't know how to tell who has joined, but hello, I see somebody is here. How do I do that? I can't tell. I guess if you say something, I'll be able to see who you are. Annette, hi! So this is just an impromptu and somewhat quick little video I want to do. Thank you! I also wanted to show off my shirt, but I'll get to that later. Yeah, I know a lot of people are busy right now and spending time with family, so I thought this would be kind of the perfect time to do a live video test here with my phone on YouTube. That way if I mess it up, it won't be such a bad mistake because everybody else is out there and busy right now. So, yeah, I just talked about this in the potato cleanse group because I do see a lot of people posting about cravings, and I think most of you know by now that I am doing a potato diet, potato cleanse. I don't really like calling it a cleanse, but that's, people like that word. But I'm okay with it. It's just, I don't know how much potatoes really like cleanse your body, but I think it's just the idea of getting other crap out of your body, like, not putting more crap into your body is the main thing. But yeah, I wanted to talk about cravings because a lot of people are just trying, like, they're like dying. Some people are just like, help, what do I do? Like, how do I get over these sugar cravings? Because a lot of people that try out the potato diet might be similar to me. I mean, a lot of people in general have, they like sweets and they like junk. It's just part of how a lot of us grew up. Yeah, so a lot of people are just like, what do I do? I'm craving sugar so bad. I want, or even just junk, and they're not sure like how to get past their sugar cravings and general junk food cravings while doing the potato diet. And the first thing I want to say is that the first 3 days are definitely the hardest, and yeah, just try to get through those first 3 days without giving into those cravings, and just like every time you want something sweet, like stuff your face with potatoes. And I'm not saying like eat till you're painfully full or anything like that. I know some people are volume eaters, so hearing someone say eat until you're satisfied doesn't resonate with them. But yeah, so if you're one of those people, I guess the best thing you could do is, like, if you're not doing all potatoes, definitely having some vegetables in there helps as well. So if you're a volume eater, I have some friends that are, you want to have, you could stuff your face with some vegetables as well. But I think just the main thing that really helped get me through those first 3 days is just like sticking to it and just have the mindset. Mindset makes such a big difference. Let's see what you said. I don't know how to see what, oh, there we go. So cravings, yeah, sugar cravings can be brutal. And like I always, like, I always have something sweet for breakfast. Especially since I've been vegan, and I also don't eat gluten for my thyroid. But I almost always, like for the last few years, I've always had fruit or smoothie bowl or giant smoothie, which I don't do the giant smoothies anymore. But yeah, I just was so used to having something sweet in the mornings. I do like fruit. I like the way fruit makes me feel when I have it for breakfast, but it doesn't leave me satisfied for very long. And like basically before I did the potato challenge, I would eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Didn't matter, if I was hungry or not, I ate it because that's what you're supposed to do, right? And snacks in between. But I usually was hungry. Like, the thing is, I was hungry all the time. So for me to say I ate it if I was hungry or not. That doesn't really apply because I'm always hungry. I always was hungry. So yeah, and plus I would snack at night. So I've gone from that to I usually don't have my breakfast until 11 or 12. So it's almost like lunch, and then I'm not usually hungry for maybe 4 hours after that, and then I have my dinner. I start feeling hungry, so I go and make my dinner, and then it's like 5 or 6 by the time I have my dinner. And I'm not snacking at night, so except for yesterday, I went on a really long hike, 2.5 hours, and I was just like ravenous. And I didn't eat a big enough dinner, and I ended up snacking on some fruit at night, so which is not part of the potato cleanse, but I'm at the point now where I can have a little bit of fruit and I do fine. So Annette says, I stopped eating fruit in the morning because it made me look for sweet all day. Yes. So if you guys know who Chef AJ is, one of her sayings is start your day in a savory way, and it just kind of like gets your taste buds set for the day. And it's pretty amazing how fast your taste buds can change. I know me personally, if I was to drink something like LaCroix, that sparkling soda water, just one of those would make it, it would make it so that I don't want to drink water, for the rest of the day, because, hi Carrie, because that tasted better. So you could almost could reset your taste buds on a daily basis, in my opinion, but some of the stuff takes a little longer, to get out of your system. Hi, yes, I'm live. I'm testing out this YouTube live feature. It's a new feature in the app for the phone, so I thought I'd test it out while there's very little people around. So what was I talking about? Yeah, so some of the things that helped me get through those cravings, and I'm not going to claim that my junk food cravings are completely gone and I'm cured. It's something that, I realize I'm going to have to manage for the rest of my life. But yeah, the first 3 days, having some lemon water, or actually I didn't think I had kombucha, but later on I started drinking a bit of kombucha here and there. And the great thing about that is that it's, if you got to find a brand that doesn't like add sugar after the process, but GTS's kombucha is pretty good. I think it's GTS. The grape one, I really like that one. And you could drink like half a bottle and you're only getting 5 grams of sugar. And I'm not saying sugar is bad. I don't subscribe to the fact that I don't think sugar is a bad thing. I don't think processed sugar is not so great, but I don't know. Kombucha seems to work for me because it just gives me a little bit of flavor, but it doesn't like trigger any cravings. It doesn't send me down that, doesn't spiral me out of control, It just gives me like, it's just like that tastes really good and it tastes really healthy. Maybe it's just something mentally. I don't even know if it's actually healthy. But yeah, kombucha. But if that's something that triggers you, then you want to avoid it. So you kind of have to experiment. But definitely adding some lemon or lime to your water can be really helpful. Herbal teas can help a lot, and just, the mindset, getting through it, and just have another potato. Because another thing I like that Chef AJ says is if you're not hungry enough to eat some vegetables, then you're not really hungry. You're just craving stuff. So, have some potatoes, snack on some veggies, and eventually it gets easier. After the first 3 days, I still, have cravings, but they're not as intense. They're not this like, oh my God, I have to have something. Like, I'm going to go crazy if I don't have anything. And I think over time you just kind of build trust. Like, you kind of end up having a better relationship with yourself, with your food, and you kind of trust. You learn how to trust yourself, and, you also learn to trust that you're not going to die if you don't give in, if you give in, what am I trying to say? You're not going to die if you don't have what it is you think you want to have, If it's at nighttime, just have some water, have some lemon water, and go to bed early. Sometimes that helps too, but just doing this really helped me figure out, like, what is actual hunger. Like, am I really hungry right now? Or am I craving stuff? And I think just, it doesn't even have to be potatoes. You could probably do like a rice diet or something, but potatoes are just so satisfying. They have a lot of nutrients and minerals, so that's kind of why, they're good. And yeah, it's just forces you to eat whole plant foods. It forces you to simplify. It forces you to understimulate your taste buds. And yeah, I think that's what's helped me the most. So, do I ever crave potatoes? Yes. Actually, I do. Thanks, Carrie. I think it's, I'm sitting with the window light, so that kind of helps too. Having natural light come in. Because this is just an iPhone 5S. I'm like behind the times. Gingerade GTS. Yeah, I really like Gingerade. I do crave potatoes. So yesterday this is the iPhone 5S. Yesterday my dad and I went on a hike for 2.5 hours. I didn't have potatoes for breakfast because I wanted something quick and easy to digest because we left earlier, and I usually don't, like I said, I don't usually have my breakfast until 11 or 12, so I honestly really wasn't that hungry, so I made a smoothie. I drank half, and then I brought the other half for me to have after our walk, and it was like super sweet. It actually did make me feel a little bit nauseous, so, and in the past, I would have had like double the size smoothie, and I would have added like stevia, the vanilla cream stevia. Like totally just overstimulate my taste buds. That just is not a great way to start your day because it just sets you up for wanting more sweet stuff. But yeah, so we did the walk, and then like honestly, all I wanted was a giant plate of baked fries. Like if I had that waiting for me at the end of the trail, I would have been in heaven. That's like all I could think about. So I texted my husband. I'm like, I really want some curry fries right now. And so he started some for me so I'd have some when I got home. But I had the rest of my smoothie, and it was just like, I want my fries. So I mean, like, this has totally changed. It blows my mind, it's changed my relationship with food and like what I want. And you think I'd be sick of potatoes by now, but no. Do I ever use a microwave for my potatoes? Sometimes. I generally don't, just because I work from home. I have like more time. Well, not that I have all this time in the world, but I can like put the potatoes in the oven and go do some work, Whereas before, when I worked full time off site, or in another company's office, you have to be a little more organized and stuff. And I probably use microwave more often that way. I know Chef AJ uses a microwave sometimes just in a pinch. If you can use an oven or an air fryer is fine. I sometimes use an air fryer. I'm surprised that I have not used the air fryer that often in the last couple months. I thought I would have. But I really like oven baked fries. That's my favorite. And I love making hash browns out of leftover baked potatoes, and those go really well in the oven. I could just pop it in and leave it for a while, or in the George Foreman grill. I've been using that grill a lot, which, I don't know how healthy it is with the Teflon, but yeah, I use the oven the most, I would say. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about microwaves. Like, I don't know if there's solid evidence like that it's bad or not. I just feel a little bit leery of it. It's not something I'd want to cook in every day, but if I'm traveling, I'll try to get like a hotel that has a microwave or an Airbnb or something, like, so at least I know I have that option. Yeah, see, if you want to, I wouldn't make it a habit. I mean, like, unless you like live in an RV or something, you might just have to. But I would invest if I was in a situation where it was more permanent and all I had was a microwave. I would invest in like a good air fryer. Yes, the Breville Smart Oven. Jill McKeever just got one recently, and it looks amazing. Like, that's what I would get if we end up living in a tiny home. I want one of those. So, but I don't really like the air fryer we have right now. We're living at my parents' house, if you guys don't know. My husband and I are in our 40s, and we live in my parents' basement. And I actually like to say that because it's kind of funny. But yeah, so I just use the stuff they have. And they have an old air fryer. I think it's like one of the first generation ones. It's called an ActiFry by Tefal. And it has like a, what do you call it? Like blades, I guess. Like 2 blades that just kind of slowly stir your food around. And it's okay. I mean, you can, if you cut up your fries small and throw them in there, 25 minutes you got crispy fries. It's kind of handy, but I think the oven tastes better to me. Yes, stirring arm. Use my waffle maker. I use my waffle maker to make a potato waffle. Oh, okay, and it worked amazing. Yeah, the trick with those, some people find they stick to those things, or like the panini maker or the George Foreman, and you just have to leave them in longer. Basically, you want the steam to be gone before you open the machine up. But I think just eating enough. Some of the things that I look at when I have a craving is, have I eaten enough? Am I hormonal? Am I stressed? Am I sleeping well? Am I hydrated? Like all those things can play into cravings as well. And just making sure I'm eating enough potatoes and vegetables makes such a huge difference, because then you can really tell the difference between like emotional hunger and hormonal hunger, just stress or boredom. Like all those things play into cravings. So if you're not hungry enough to eat even like a cold leftover boring baked potato and maybe some vegetables or something, then you're probably not truly hungry. But I understand, there's times when you really, really, you just want to have something. You want to have comfort. I mean, yeah, there might be times. I mean, I would actually recommend just trying to relax and maybe go for a walk or something like that. But it's just like, if you're really going batty, have a potato, drink some water, have some lemon water, have some tea. And if that still doesn't do the trick, just see if you can have something like a sweet potato with cinnamon, or sometimes I have tea. I'll have black tea with a little bit of almond milk and a tiny bit of maple syrup, which, by the way, I did not do for the first 4 weeks. I reintroduced that like sweetener into my tea after 4 weeks, see how it would react, and I seem fine with just like a teaspoon or less of maple syrup or something like that in my tea. It seems to be fine. So you really have to kind of experiment as well. But if you're first on the potato diet, you're just starting out, and you really, really want to get past those cravings, just try not to try not to do the maple syrup and all that stuff, but if you can. Yeah, the oven is the best. So we're at 18 minutes here. You guys want to chat about anything else? If you guys don't know, my Potato Squad shirts are on sale this weekend. And I actually want to get more. I have 3, I think, now. Yeah, I got 3. Yeah, I already did a video. Nobody wants to see this stuff, right? I uploaded the video on Friday, but I didn't get very many views. That's okay. I know everybody's busy this weekend. It's a long weekend. We got better things to do than watch a sales pitch. But if you've been looking at these and you want to get one, now's the time to get it, because it's on sale. Baked sweet potato. Annette says, I bake a sweet potato and mix with natural cocoa powder. Didn't need the maple syrup. Okay. Yeah, see, that's some of the stuff people are doing in the Potato Cleanse group. They're adding the cocoa powder. I don't have that on the list. Like, if you guys want to do this, if you want to do like the Potato Cleanse version, which is like what High Carb Hannah started last year, If you join the Potato Cleanse group on Facebook, I'm running that group now. There's a little sheet you can download. It's a PDF. It's got all the like the guidelines and like a list of vegetables and just kind of give you an idea for what you can do for sauces. It's not recipes or anything, but it's just like a little one-page thing you can just kind of print out and put on your fridge. But that's helpful too. But I don't have cocoa on that list or cacao or whatever. For me personally, that would be a trigger. But I think I might be okay with it now. I don't know how I feel about everybody having like cocoa stuff in the Facebook group, but I think, I like that idea of just sweet potatoes with a little bit of cacao. That's probably not too bad. Some people were having, like last year, people were posting sweet potato hot chocolate. That's pretty creative. People get pretty creative with this stuff. Do you want to live in a tiny house? Oh, Tracy, you got one. Yay. You probably posted about that in the other group. Yes, okay, so we want to live in a tiny-ish home. Like some of those ones that are really tiny, we don't want to, it's not really the way we want to go, but I have this vision in my mind where we're going to build this house that kind of comes out of a hill. So it's maybe like an earth ship. I don't know what you call them. Not a hobbit hole, but like partially built underground, but part of it comes out so that you're getting that underground, where the underground is this sort of a neutral temperature. It kind of helps control the temperature of your house. So you don't like have to heat it or cool it too much. That's kind of an idea. It's probably about 700 to 800 square foot with a loft, and the bedroom's in a loft, and then underneath the loft is like the bathroom and like a living room area, and then we have like a big open concept kitchen. Like I have it exactly in my mind what I want it to look like. But I don't know. I mean, we're open to just, a tiny home, but probably more on the bigger side, kind of like what High Carb Hannah and Derek have. That's probably a little more doable, though I don't know if I want the ladders. Like they climbed ladders to get up to the top, which probably isn't the worst thing in the world, but if I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I don't think I want to be climbing a ladder. I kind of like the tiny homes with like the steps that are like storage cubes at the same time, like they're for storage as well. So some of those tiny homes, they've done such a great job, making use of the space. So I don't mind living small. I would prefer small. It's easier to clean and it's easier to keep up the maintenance and easier to heat and cool. Like I think that's kind of like the future for a lot of people. I don't like big houses. Like we live in a big house right now with my family, and my office is upstairs, and my husband and I live downstairs in the basement, and it's just like I sometimes feel kind of lonely up here. Like I'd rather be downstairs hanging out with him, even if we're doing our own thing. If I'm editing videos or something, I'd rather kind of be within earshot, if we want to talk to each other. But big houses, they're just so, I don't know. Like you got a lot of space to yourself, but it's just, they're so big. You could practically live in a big house with a whole family and hardly ever see each other, which, I guess in some cases that might be a good thing, but yeah. Yeah, so what's my other one? This is my goal shirt. It's a little bit too tight on me right now, but I can't wait till it fits me because I love this color. I don't know what to talk about. I'm running out of things to talk about, so maybe I will go. I wonder how, I'm kind of curious how real time the comments are, because I know on the Facebook Live, it takes like sometimes a minute for me to see the comment after somebody has written it, so there's like a delay. So I don't know how to test that out on here. So anyway, I don't know who's all here right now, but hello and thank you for watching. And I hope you guys have enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you're spending time with family or whatever it is that you want to do. And I hope you're relaxing. You know, it's nice to have the extra day off. I hope you at least have an extra day off this weekend because it just makes such a nice difference. You know, kick back a little bit. But all right, I guess I will go. And thank you for being my testers for my first YouTube live via the cell phone. Oh, it's probably about the same as, yeah, okay. That looks about right, Annette, because I just saw your comment now. So, yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Eat healthy if you can. And, yeah, I'll see you guys probably on Monday. I'll probably upload a vlog, possibly. Okay, bye.